So anyway, I'm paying attention to this deputy police chief. He's watching my every move. Like when he searched me twice. Like he searched me one time, then he searched me again twice. So I guess they were setting me up for what eventually happened. I was leaving, and so I got in my car, and he kind of followed me a little bit, and then I got in my car and I drove off. And so I'm heading to Highway 60 going north. And what happened, I could never really explain to you how they did it. So I'm driving out off the freeway going up 60 north to Mankato. And it was a cop. It wasn't a cop car, it was an undercover cop car. And it started flashing behind me like I was 2 miles past going out up toward Brewster. I was hitting, trying to get out of Worthington as fast as I can. Everybody who watching my videos know about what's going on with me in Worthington. So I'm going 2 miles. I'm about 2 miles outside of Worthington, and it's this cop car flashing lights, flashing. And so I pulled over. What's up? And it was a guy. He was an undercover detective. He pulled up and he said, "Oh, it's a mistaken identity. I thought we looking for an Asian guy." And then he was an older white guy, and but he stopped me up. He slowed me down so the police department, so the sheriff department could catch up with me. That's what he did. Because at first I was just like, I ain't no big criminal, so they running at me like I'm a big drug dealer or something. So he slowed me down. That's all he did. That was his only purpose, was to slow me down. And the line he used, I'll always use it now on, because I thought it was kind of gangster. He was like, "Oh, it's a mistaken identity. We thought that we looking for an Asian guy." So then he drove off. Right when he drove off, Sheriff Lonnie, I don't know his last name, but I know his name is Lonnie. He pulled over. Now I know Lonnie. Me and Lonnie, when the situation first happened with Rachel in 2005, he was the one that served me the papers on that. So I got a lot of respect for him, because the way he handled the situation back then let me know that he was a decent guy. He's a sheriff. He wasn't like the the Worthington Police Department. The sheriff at the Lonnie. Also, we played for the Razorbacks in Minnesota. Bad shouts out to the Razorbacks, the Worthington Razorbacks. And he finally came and pulled me over along with the deputy sheriff that was watching me. Now I like Lonnie. I don't have a problem with the sheriff department in Worthington, Minnesota. But I thought that was kind of weird that they were the ones that had ran up on me. But then I saw a police car from just a regular Worthington Police Department car, like pulled up on me, like circling around. So I was like, okay, they stopped me up. They must have ran my name and found out that I had revoked license in the state of Minnesota. But they didn't know that in Mankato I had went and already settled that issue. It may not have went all the way through, but I had showed them papers that I was trying to get that situation right. And then when he saw the papers, he just wrote me a ticket. I don't know what they was planning on doing that day to me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they signed me up from the start. They knew that morning, because ain't no way a deputy sheriff is at a hearing for child support. See what I'm talking about? It wasn't even in the regular courtroom. It was like off to in the side room, and he sat there the whole time watching me. And I think that I was set up that morning so they can give me a ticket for a revoked license, so they can make me look bad in Worthington. So it didn't work, And if whatever the ticket is, if I have to pay it, I will pay the ticket. I'm not a criminal. I'm not gonna run from my responsibilities. If I paid the ticket in Mankato and I was getting it right, I had a situation where I called Worthington 3 times that day to see if I could do sometimes they let you do child support stuff over the phone. So they didn't. I had to either make a choice, leave and try to help. I'm trying to get a situation right with my children, or try to take a chance on them saying I can do it over the phone and letting Rachel take full custody of my children. So I decided to take that chance and drive to Worthington, even though I knew that they would do it. I knew that they was going to do something. But they was up there plotting and scheming like I didn't know that I had just had a situation with Mankato. But you know what? Sometimes you gonna make sacrifices for your children, and I hope one day my children will fully understand that their father have always loved them, and I'm gonna fight for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with the sheriff department. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, I'll pay that ticket and put some lipstick on it and kiss that ticket. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna let nothing ever distract me from taking care of my children. Hey, sometimes you're gonna make the decisions that's best for your children. That wasn't the best decision for me to go down there all the way to Worthington in the belly of the beast and try to make sure that Rachel don't get full custody of my kids again. You know. So, hey, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Sheriff Lonnie, I got a lot of love for you. I'm not mad at you for what you did. But let me tell you what else happened after that. So that the Sheriff Lonnie and the other deputy that was there, you know, now he thought he was the one that was watching the whole time. And I guess they knew early that morning that they was going to do it once I was done with court that day. So I didn't have to run a red light that day, or I didn't have to get a traffic stop. This was something that was supposed to happen to me.